Hey, so before I begin this video, I want to talk about something important. There is an individual by the name of Nyanko. And if that name seems kind of familiar to you, that's because they're the person that created the Incredibox mod Sprunky. And they are a really talented individual, a lot more than me, that's for sure. But a lot of people, especially on Twitter, don't really like his game, and that's fine. They have the right to dislike whatever they want, but they also harass and bully people for liking it. And the harassment kept escalating, and eventually someone actually hacked Nyanko's profile and leaked all of his personal data. He's 15, I didn't say that before, but he's a minor, and his address was leaked onto the internet. And you might think, oh, well, that was like a month ago. Why did you wait till now to talk about it? Well, exactly. This was a month ago. That guy that did that is still on YouTube. That video of Nyanko's face is still up. That guy hasn't been punished at all since then. And yes, I think it is perfectly fine to dislike Sprunky. All that Twitter drama bullshit, I don't care. That's all sticks and stones. But someone, no, a child's life was put in danger over this, and the person that did that is able to walk free, and it's fucking disgusting. Something needs to be done about it. But that's my 2 cents. Nazis fucking suck. Brave opinion, I know. But I hope I haven't soured the Christmas mood too much. Uh, okay, now on to the actual video. Olive the Other Reindeer is a 1999 animated Christmas special based on a book of the same name. The part about it that Kid Me remembered the most was its animation style. I remember it being very trippy, and watching it again, it's almost more trippy because I didn't realize that the background environments are CG. The backgrounds and props are all 3D, fully rendered, whereas the characters are these like flat, kind of cardboard cutout surfaces. I haven't thought about this movie in like years, and watching it as a kid and then coming back and watching it as a air quotes adult are very different experiences. Kid Me just remembered like a bunch of broken fragments, just handfuls of moments and quotes. I don't even remember what the hell this movie was about. Watching it with a fully formed brain, there's a lot of attention to detail that you hadn't noticed before. I believe I found a much greater understanding of all of the other reindeer. My soul has become intertwined with the story. You see, all of the other reindeer is not about Christmas or magic or anything like that. It's about fascism. Kidding, I'm kidding. we're not freaking doing that again. So what happens is that Blitzen breaks his ankle, so Santa has to put him down, and now Christmas is canceled for the year. After that, Olive's owner, Tim, yells at her because he's angry about Christmas being canceled, and then Olive runs away from home. She then hears on the radio that Santa will be needing all of the other reindeer, and her stupid idiot bug pet thing, Fido, tells her, hey, Santa's asking for you. And she's like, hey, you're right. I need to go on a voyage to the North Pole so I can serve as the extra reindeer and save Quistmas. And on her adventure, Olive is joined by Martini, aka the single greatest character in all of fiction. They're also being chased by an evil postman that wants to kidnap Olive so he can destroy Christmas. He hates Christmas because every year he has to transport letters through like the snow, and no one wants to do that, which like I mean that's pretty understandable. But like why does he think that Olive can actually save Christmas since she's very clearly not a reindeer? He's going through a lot of effort to achieve pretty much nothing. Dude could have literally just said, "Oh, you want to save Christmas? Pff, good luck with that," and then just gone back home. Now, I like Olive as a protagonist. She's very cheerful and also very nice to other people. Olive is someone that lifts the spirits of everyone around them. But there are also more somber elements to her character. At one point, the mailman, who I'm just now realizing doesn't have a name, is actually able to exploit Olive's naivety and willingness to believe in other people to lure her into a trap. Or how part of the reason she wants to save Christmas is because she mistakenly believes her owner wants to get rid of her and doesn't like her anymore. Then we have Martini, the peak male performance. So while Olive is this kind of honest, giving person, Martini is a con man who scams people. When I mention jokes that are funnier as an adult, they primarily come from him. Pretty much everything from pyramid schemes to loan sharks gets referenced with Martini. He goes through a redemption arc throughout the movie where Olive, because she's so willing to trust him, he becomes willing to trust her. And so by the end, he's like not a con man anymore. But honestly, I don't really care because either way, he's still really funny. At one point, she goes to this like bar. There's like a bunch of like buff reindeer and elves in like leather jackets and eye patches and stuff. And when she tells all them that she's a reindeer, they all start going like, "Ah, no, you're not!" And they start like beating her up. I think at one point they're like, "Oh, we're gonna toss her off the roof. Let's see if she flies." And then she breaks free and is like, "Guys, what are you doing?" And she basically kind of admits that like deep down she knows she's not a reindeer, but like doesn't care. She still wants to save Christmas. Like when it was announced that Christmas was canceled, everyone just kind of gave up and stopped trying, but she's the only one who's been trying to make an effort despite what everyone else says. And by the end, it is sort of a combination of her belief and resourcefulness that allow her to fly and take Blitzen's place, saving Christmas. Something else that you don't really notice as much when you're younger is the sincerity, the sweet moments. Whenever Olive reunites with Tim and he apologizes for everything and, they're able to celebrate Christmas together, it does kind of bring a tear to my eye a little bit. Now, as for things that I dislike about the movie, I have a few complaints, not a whole lot. So it is a musical, and there are some songs in it, and some of them I just don't really care for. But I think my biggest issue is Olive's voice. So Olive, if you don't know, is voiced by Drew Barrymore. So every time I hear her speak, I don't see the dog. I just think of 50 First Dates, and I'm reminded of Adam Sandler's stupid face. Another thing I don't like is that the mailman doesn't get a redemption arc. He doesn't get that choo choo he always wanted. He doesn't get like a big winter coat. Instead, he just gets bound and gagged and they throw him in the zoo. How dare he? How dare he not want to work on the holiday? It's not even that he hates Christmas, he just hates working on the holidays. Oh, yeah, and Santa is like a diplomat in this universe. He has to like make his speech to the UN or something to announce that Christmas is canceled. Dude, just like use a plane. It's not, there's nothing that says you have to use reindeer. Just like use a plane. So yeah, I like all of the other reindeer. It's a wholesome little trip down memory lane. And I guess if you've got a little under an hour to spare, it's free on YouTube. You can watch it if this video comes out after Christmas. It'd be a little irrelevant to watch it then, but like it's surprisingly really funny. It's a lot better than I remember it being. Join me next time where I'll be doing a video on the Terrifier trilogy. That's not a joke. I'm gonna be doing that. Oh, and how could I forget? Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Ho, ho, ho.